What is going on, guys? EZ9 here, and welcome back to Black Desert. This video will be the Ranger build and skill add-ons for all of you who are reaching the levels where you can start getting skill add-ons and really start dishing out damage, and also just a quick build, just kind of explaining what I run on Ranger personally and why accuracy is such an important stat. Okay, guys, so before we get into the skill add-ons, let me talk about my build real quick, because this is something that is actually really important on a Ranger, and I've changed some things around, and honestly, you guys are going to be pretty surprised what I've changed. Ogering is gone. It's gone. I got rid of it. I'll give you my reasons once I pull up the menu here. So here's my build. As you can see, running, mostly try. Accessories need work, whatever. But, so, I'm only running 174 AP, okay? 174 AP. Now, you'd be like, well, isn't the standard, 200? It is. 190 to 200 is the standard for PvP engagements. And the standard for DP is usually 260, 250. So, I'm perfect on the DP, but my AP needs work. Well, here's the thing. When you have all that AP, you actually lose damage. Now, what I mean by you lose damage, like you could have 230 AP, and you could lose damage. So what do I mean by lose damage? Well, accuracy is the most important stat in the game. I've said it before. Accuracy is the most important stat in the game. So if you look here, what did I actually do with my ogering? I ditched the ogering. Actually, I think I also had a Schultz in the last video too, and I ditched that as well, and I went Necklace of Good Deeds. Now notice that I lost some power here. If I pry this thing, sure, it'll be, 8 AP, so that's still pretty decent. But notice I lost power, but what did I gain? This stat right there, the accuracy. Accuracy plus 3. Why is it so important? Well, here's the thing, guys. I've done testing, and I was actually quite surprised about it. So, Wandering Rogues, I was just shooting off, shotguns, more or less. And I noticed that I wasn't hearing, I was hearing just a couple thumps, right? Just a couple thumps in the shotgun. So, what does that mean? Well, just a couple thumps means I'm not landing all my arrows in the shotgun. Okay? So, I decided, okay, so why am I missing, right? What am I missing? It's my accuracy. So, I go to an arena, I ask someone to help me out, and I did some testing. And accuracy, apparently, the more accuracy, the more damage you really do. And I honestly, today in my last Node War, which I didn't record, I really should have. I didn't record because it was more of a fuck around Node War. It was actually drunk Node Wars, but it definitely opened my eyes to how important accuracy is. Like, before in Node Wars, I was probably getting roughly, I'd say probably like 3 kills in the entire war. And then, 20-some deaths. Well, this Node War, the tides have turned, okay? The tides turned ridiculously when I switched to this necklace. So I went 20 kills and 8 deaths versus 3 and 20. You see what I'm saying? Like my kills, quadrupled. Now, why is that? Well, it's the accuracy. So let me explain my build really quick. So essentially, on a Ranger, if you're knocked down, you're dead, right? Knocked down, you're dead. So, as you can see, I'm running a Strength Helmet of Heave, okay? Strength Helmet of Heave, 2 Heave, a Xerath Shoe, and Beg Gloves. So, Strength Helmet of Heave, right? What does it do? Well, actually, just having 2 Heave pieces, so this plus this, gives you, what does that say? Max HP plus 250, okay? So, that's more HP. Well, the thing is, Ranger's abilities actually scale on health. So people that are building, all Grunnel, it's not bad. Everybody drink. So people that are building all Grunnel, it's not bad, but here's the thing. That Grunnel, as soon as you get any type of boss armor, that Grunnel basically becomes useless, and it's time to swap out. Unless you still have the helmet and glove, which I think still gives you a set bonus of some kind. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it does. So if you got Muskin shoes, or tree armor, or red nose chest piece, any of those, then that the Gruntle might still be okay, but if you get bed gloves, your Gruntle's gone. That's basically when I ditched my Gruntle. Right then and there. I ditched it and went for Heave. I had to basically rebuild my armor, essentially. I never had Try, but I was still, Pry Plus, and it was kind of a pain in the ass to rebuild it. But 250 HP, that's adding to your HP damage. Then you have, the more HP you actually get from within this armor piece. You can see I have max HP plus 100, weight limit plus 20, max HP plus 100, resistance 10, and damage reduction. That's actually a login reward gem there. And then on my helmet, notice I have knockdown bound resistance and freezing resistance. So what does that do? Well, if you look at my stats here, right there, knockdown freeze, 44%, knockdown bound, 44%. It's actually 40, but I have a couple buffs running here. But it's 40% each, roughly. So what does that mean? Well, it means I'm not as likely to be knocked to the ground and PK'd, right? That's what that means. That's exactly what it means. So that's why I run those. Then you have my Zero shoes here that I run a max stamina to 150, because Zero shoes alone, just the shoes, give 200 more stamina. You see item effect, 200 more stamina. Damage reduction just comes from making the thing yellow, but 200 more stamina. So if you combine that with a 150, you're at an extra 350 stamina. If you combine that with the, cash shop dagger, right? Or just spending 20 mil and getting yourself like a skin dagger, you got another 100 stamina there. You're getting some nice stamina right there. Now you could have said, well, why didn't you just run, another shoe of Heave there? I could have. I would have gotten HP plus 50, so I would have got 50 HP, but I would have lost 50 stamina. And Ranger, honestly, I like as much stamina as I can. So that is an option. You can go, full Heave there and do that, but it's not needed. Then you got bed gloves. Bed gloves, as everyone knows, is increased accuracy and per upgrade plus DP. You lose about 10 DP though, so that is a very noticeable thing. So this would actually be 260 if I was running a normal glove. And I have attack speed plus 2, attack speed plus 2. Now why did I do that? Well, Ranger is not fun to play, or let's just put it, it's very annoying to try to play a Ranger without full attack speed. If you look again at my stats, attack speed level 5. And then my critical chance is actually 4. Now why is it 4? Well, I'm going to get to this again. Accuracy plus important stat, right? Here comes the go down to the Laverto Longbow. Ancient Magic Crystal Karma, critical hit rate 1, attack speed 1. So there's my 5 attack speed right there. And then all accuracy plus 2. Yeah, I used to have more critical hit rate there. I put accuracy plus 2. Why? Because I'm missing. I'm missing shots, and I noticed it, and I know I needed it. So that's why I did that. And why am I missing them? I'm like, why am I missing? Well, I'm still using Laverto. Okay, so if you have Kazarka here, you got the best weapon in the game, that gives 10 accuracy right off the bat. Like, that's a 10 accuracy weapon. Laverto's, it gives 10 more accuracy than Laverto, I should say. So you need to make up for that if you don't have Kazarka. So, thus, here it is. Necklace of Good Deeds 3, accuracy 2 from the Laverto, so we're already at 5 there. And then accuracy 2 from a Prime Mesto Earring. Now, if you guys remember from my last video, I actually had a red coral here. However, red corals are going through the roof, and I actually decided to sell it for money. And if I was to try to pry it even, just buying it pry is like stupidly expensive now. So the prices for red coral has gone through the roof. And Mesto, honestly, is probably going to become the new meta. I'm being honest. If you do 2 duo Mestos here and here, that's 6 AP each. You're not losing much at all. And you can see I also have a Pry Witch Earring for the 7 AP, but if I was just, make this duo, now that's more accuracy. However, because I have bed gloves, I really don't need that much. Am I still missing a little bit? I don't know. It's really hard. Accuracy is a hidden stat, so it's really hard to know how much you're really missing. But put it this way. When I was grinding rogues, I heard thump, 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 right? When I switched to this necklace, I then heard thump, right? Like all the way through, just like, or like a buzzing almost, like, right through the enemies, basically. And that's the difference. That's how you know you're hitting. But, and then DP, of course, I got, Ancient Rumble Core, AP4, DP4, and then Red Coral Earrings. Now, the reason I run Red Coral Earrings is because without this try, I'm actually losing DP, so this makes up for it. And you see AP5, DP4, so that's why I run that. But, alright, let's get to the skill add-ons. Okay guys, so every single skill instructor allows you to learn these skill add-ons. So simply go to them, talk to them, skill add-ons. Here are the skill add-ons I currently have for the Ranger. Now notice that a lot of them are inflicting poison, inflicting pain, and attack speed. This is what you're gonna want. There's also a very key thing called PvP attack that basically increases the damage you do in PvP for that ability, and I think it's just for every ability after you, the fact. So you can see here, the Will of the Wind 1 has attack speed plus 7 for 5 seconds, and inflicts 45 pain damage for 3 seconds, or every 3 seconds for 12 seconds. And then Evasive Shot 1, all critical hit rate plus 10% for 9 seconds, inflicts 50 burn damage for 3 seconds for 9 seconds. Another burn, notice that, another burn, and that's on your evasive shot. So the thing where you're going side to side, shooting arrows, that is gonna be inflicting burn damage. Will of the Wind is gonna be inflicting pain damage. The difference is that burn damage, they're both dot damage, so they're both gonna be doing, damage over time to your target, but it's minimal. There is one major one that I will get to that really does make a difference in PvP. Blasting Gust 1, this is going to be your Q spam. PvP attack plus 5 for 5 seconds, and all attack speed plus 4% for 5 seconds. Now, with this one, you have an option here. I personally like to take as much attack speed as I can, so I did switch it out. In my original skill video where I was showing all the abilities, my Q spam kept applying the pain damage to the targets. I took it off and I went for a 4% more attack speed, because the more attack speed you have on a Ranger, honestly, the more shots you're getting off and the more damage you're doing in PvP in general. So you can change that attack speed to the pain damage option. It is there. Breezy Blade. Now this is one of your core add-ons here. All attack speed plus 7%. 7%, guys. 7%. Just like the Will of the Wind, 7%. For self, inflicts 70 burn damage. The 70 burn damage is a lot more than 50, and it lasts just as long. So if you are just shooting side to side with a bow, you switch to Awakening, you go in, you do one Breezy Blade, you just doubled, or you just made that damage almost basically double. It's actually past double, so there you go. That's a lot of damage you're applying to a target. Then you also have Vine Knot. Now, Vine Knot is going to be doing PvP attack plus 10. This is huge. So basically, Q spam into your Awakening, and then, go in with a Vine Knot. Your Vine Knot's going to apply another PvP attack plus 10 to all your abilities. And if you already have the stack from the Blasting Gust, you're now at 15 extra PvP damage. So that's a really good stat to have. That's why that's ran there. Then the Vine Knot also inflicts 40 poison damage for 3 seconds. For 18 seconds. See that? It's 18. Everything else here has been 9 to 12. That's 18 seconds. That is crucial. That one and Breezy Blade 70 burn damage is crucial to your add-ons. Alright, now we're going to show the add-ons in action here. So first off, we have the Evasive Shot. This is the one with the kick. Remember, if you remember in the last video, we were sitting there kicking. Notice that every single time I am shooting, it's applying burn damage. The same thing goes when you do this without the kick. Just side-to-side movement applies the burn damage. See? I'll change targets just to prove it to you. There you go. Burn damage just from that. Then you have the Q spam. We're going to go Q spam for the next one. Q spam. If you look on the bottom there, right here, all attack speed plus 4% for 5 seconds. All these other buffs, don't worry about these. I'm gonna explain buffs in another video and what food you should be taking and stuff. But for right now, that's what it does. Then you have the Will of the Wind. As you see, there's the pain damage. Just like in my other video with the Q spam, that's what that was applying. There's the pain damage. Remember, this also does PvP extra damage. It doesn't actually show it as a stat, but it does do more damage PvP. Alright. Next, we're going to show the Breezy Blade here. Now, Breezy Blade is the one that applies, remember, 70 burn damage, and it applies the attack speed plus 7%. So, when you think about that, that's boom. By the way, guys, this is Breezy Blade. That. And the thing is, all these things that I'm doing right now stack every time you hit, or they don't stack, but they basically reset the timer. So, you know, this is applied for, you know, 9 seconds, I believe, or was it 18? No, 18 was the other one. 18 was the poison damage. And as you can see, it just keeps resetting. It's resetting the burn every time I do that. So as long as you're staying at your target, you can keep them burned like that. Now, the next one is the Vine Knot. Vine Knot is this. As you see, 10% attack speed. So what does that mean, guys? What does that mean for the combo? Well, I've already shown you the combo, but if you do just this, and then, you know, you switch into your shotgun, or your bow form, and you shoot, well, now you got 4%, 10%, and then also the other one if I was to do it fast enough. So if I do this, look how fast I am shooting. Do you see this? Do you see how fast this is? It's actually just as fast as if I was to do this. Maybe a little slower, but if you combine it with this, then you got, you know... Well, it's not all, but... See what I mean? You're stacking tons of attack speed there, and you're also stacking the burns, you're stacking, you know, all this, you know, damage over time damage along with the attack speed. So it's boop, boop, you know, and then look how fast we're shooting without actually using the Ranger's ability to actually give attack speed, movement speed, that whole thing. That is the trick to the Ranger, guys. That is really the trick. Now, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much more I can say. I'll just show you guys once again. I'm actually going to show you a combo that I've been using a lot more, simply because it's a little bit faster in PvP. However, the one I showed you still does work. Just do it more on 2 or 3 targets rather than, you know, a big, gigantic group. You want to do something fast. You just want to go in, you know, boom, boom, that, and then, you know, the shotgun. And then look at that. Look how fast we're attacking. So we can easily, you know, turn our camera and get out. Like, that's exactly what you need to be doing. Hopefully this video will help you guys out with the build of the Ranger and also the skill add-ons that we use in order to defeat our enemies in combat. If you like the video, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe for more Black Desert. Let me know what you guys want to see. Recommend some games to me. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace.